Hi guys, and thanks for joining me for this Yoga Sissel video. This is going to be a 30-minute flow for balance. Not just the balance of standing on one leg, but about finding our way back into center and just feeling grounded and present. So, join me down on your mat. I invite you to sit back onto your heels. If this isn't comfortable, sitting cross-legged can also work, or in a high kneeling position. You might also have a yoga block, and then you can prop that between your ankles and sit on that. If you're sitting back onto your heels, bring your heels and your ankle bones together. That way you straighten out your ankles, the toes point straight back. And we want the line of our knees parallel to the top edge of our mat. And then from here, resting your right hand on top of the left, letting the tips of your thumbs connect, and then close down your eyes. So we're starting in this position because it's one of the easiest seated postures to maintain a neutral spine. And then observing if your head is dropping a little forward or tilting a little too far back, or perhaps off to one side. And trying to bring our head back into a state of balance. Can you perch your head right on top of your spine? As if your spine was a stack of gold coins, your head a big red rosy apple that's balanced right on top of those gold coins. And notice how that evenly distributes the weight of your head down through your torso. Noticing if you have a tendency to lean a little forward or a little back, a little off to one side. Any adjustments you can make to bring yourself into balance so you feel yourself aligned from the top of your head down along the spine, down through your pelvis, your sit bones, and down through the tops of your feet to the floor. And then connecting to your current state of balance, and then opening your eyes. Welcome. Interlacing your fingers and pressing the webbing of your fingers together. Extend your arms forward and stretch all the way up. Keep the ribs in, your sit bones nice and heavy, and then take your hands forward. Turn your palms in, and now you're trying to pull your hands apart, but don't let them come apart. Push your hands towards your heart, squeeze your butt, lift up, and then press down. Again, the fingers trying to pull apart. And stretch forward, sit down. Scissoring your hands together, lengthening up, and then take your hands forward. Turn your palms in, try to pull the hands apart, but they don't. Squeeze your bum, lift your hips, and push your hands towards your heart. And press down. Last time, inhaling all the way down. Your hands come all the way up. And exhaling, hands forward. Turn the palms in, inhaling to lift, press in, and exhaling down. Good. Tucking the toes, sitting onto your heels. Again, this might not be so comfortable, but find your balance. Then bring your palms together. Keep the fingers interlaced. And then inhaling your hands out to the left, look to your right, keep your arms straight, and exhale, twist a bit deeper. Keeping your spine upright. And inhaling back through center. Swapping sides and exhale. Inhale back through center. And exhale, twisting to your maximum, maybe waking up the stomach muscles. And inhaling back through center and across. And then coming back to center and releasing your hands and sitting up. So we'll keep the right leg bent and take your left leg out to the side. The right toes stay tucked under. Pressing the left hand into the left leg and push your left leg into the left hand. Right arm up. And we lean across. So we're going to come into a circular sequence. And we'll use this throughout the practice. Squeeze your bum, send your hip towards the top of your mat. And then you're going to roll forward. Bring your right hand down. Left hand circles big up, over, and down. Right hand to the sky. And then take your right hand to the right heel. Left hand up. It's a little half camel pose. And we continue. Inhaling out to the left. And exhale, roll forward. Big circle with the left arm. Inhale, right arm up. And exhaling back. Squeeze your butt for support. And last side, time out to the side, maybe a little faster, a little bit more fluid. And taking your right arm up and back. Last time, this is just a half a round. Coming out to the left, roll forward, circle your arm up and over, and plant your hand to the mat. Squeeze your right knee in, or your left knee, and then press your left leg back, a little push-up. As you straighten your arm, bend the knee, squeeze it in, and then lift your right knee, press back, three-legged down dog. Keeping your left leg nice and strong, maybe in line with the hip, and then lifting up onto your right toes, and then sink the right heel. Lift onto your toes, and sink the heel. Last time, lift onto your toes, bring the knee into your chest, and step the foot forward. Stepping the back foot forward. Keep your hands flat on the floor for this practice. Looking forward, and curl your head to your knees. Squeeze your bum, roll up to standing. Take your hands to the sky. Palms press together, reach up, get long in the front body, long in the back body, and then curl down. Hands flat, head to knee. Look forward, lift the heels, and stepping back to your high plank. Coming down onto your knees, coming down onto your bellies. If you've come off the mat like me, you can scooch back. And then slide your hands forward. Pulling your elbows in towards your armpits, and then pulling yourself up into a Sphinx pose, squeezing your butt, and slide your arms forward and lower down. Hands next to ribs, push up to your knees, and sit back onto your heels. Good. We're back on this tucked-toed kneeling posture. Now bring your palms together. From here, take your hands down towards your right hip. Keep pressing your hands together, keep your spine upright, and how far can you take your hands back? Take your hands out in front, and exhaling back down towards your left hip. It's like an upright twist. One more time to each side. Up, and exhale to twist. And up, and exhale to twist. And then sitting up nice and tall, left thigh perpendicular, right leg out to the side. 3 rounds of our circular movement. Left arm up, right hand presses into right leg. And then rolling forward, letting your belly button roll you forward. Right arm circles up and over and down. Left hand up towards the sky. And the left hand to the left heel, right hand up. Navel draws you out to the right. The navel draws you forward, left hand down, right hand circles up and over. Right hand down, navel pulls left arm up. And then left hand, left heel, reach up and over. One more full round, out to the right. Roll forward, circle your right arm up and over. Left arm to sky, left hand to heel, right hand up. Last round, inhale towards the right leg. Exhale forward, circling with your arm, and keep your hands there. So we squeeze the right knee to the right shoulder, press the leg back, and a little push-up. Straighten your arms, bend the leg, and then lifting the left knee, press back, 3-legged down dog. Right leg stays straight. Inhaling onto the left hip toes, and then sink the left heel. Lift onto the toes. Again, this might seem like a balance. Can you balance on 3 points? Lifting up high, and then bring your knee into your chest, and step the foot forward. Step your back foot forward, keep your hands flat, looking forward, head to knee. Soften the knee, squeeze your bum, rolling up to standing. Take your hands to the sky. Get long in the front body, long in the back body, and curl down. Hands flat, head to knee. Look forward, lift your heels up, and step back, high plank. And you might bring your knees to the floor or keep your legs straight and come down to your bellies. Point the toes back, stretch your arms forward. And as you slide your elbows in, pull yourself into a Sphinx pose. And slide forward. Hands next to ribs, push up to your knees and back to downward facing dog. So our first real downward facing dog, all four paws on the floor. But we're not staying here for long. Feel balance on all 4 points and then float your left leg up behind you. And then bring your knee into your chest. Stepping the foot forward. Turn your back heel to the mat. Keep your left fingers down, pull your left sit bone in, and take your right hand to the sky. Good. Pause. Hover your fingers just off the floor, let your legs do the work. Tuck your left sit bone in, and floating up, warrior two. Good. Now from here, making any adjustments, feel strong, feel balanced, your head right on top of the spine. Notice if you lean a little too far forward or back, squeeze your butt. And then reversing your warrior. Right hand, right leg, left arm up. And then straightening the front leg, straighten your spine. Rolling your left thigh out and tilt on your hips. Keep the spine straight. And a slight softening in your knees. Maybe looking to the top hand. And now we add on our circular sequence. So roll out to the side, turning your toes to the right, right hand down, left hand circles up and over. Left hand to the floor. Right hand reaches up, straddle pose with a twist. And then keeping your left fingers on the floor, turn to your right, so turning to the back of your mat, lifting onto the ball of the back foot. You're in a lunge with a twist. Soften the back knee, squeeze your bum, high lunge. And then bringing your hands down to the floor. Stepping back, high plank. Maybe bring your knees to the floor or keep your legs straight, come down to your bellies. Pointing the toes, squeeze your butt. This time lift your hands off the floor, unsupported cobra. And lower down. Press up and back to down dog. The right leg floats up. Then bring the right knee into your nose and set the right foot between your hands. The right fingers stay on the floor, either on the inside or the outside of the foot, and the left hand comes to the sky, left heel to the mat. So we're in a long side angle pose. And then hover your bottom fingers just off the floor, so you feel your legs kick in and work, and float yourself up. Warrior two. Find your balance, head on top of spine, on top of hips. And continue reversing the warrior. Left hand, left leg, right hand up. Then straighten the front leg, straighten the spine. Right thigh rolls out and tilt on the hips. It doesn't matter how far you come. We're not staying here for very long. We're going to roll out to the side, rolling out to the left. Turn your toes to the left, circle your right arm up and over. Right hand down. Left hand to sky. And then we turn on our toes to the left. Bring the right hand to the inside of the left foot. I lunge with a twist. And we come up, high lunge. And bring our hands down to the floor. And stepping back, high plank. Maybe knees to the floor, or legs straight and come down to your bellies. Arms out in front. Pull your elbows in. Pull into a back bend, Sphinx pose. And come forward. Hands next to ribs. Push up and back to down dog. And lifting your heels up high, bending your knees. Walk, step, or float to the top. Keep your hands flat as much as you can. Look forward and head to knee. Keep your heels on the floor, sink your butt as low as it goes, taking your hands forward. Chair pose. Now again, this is about balance. Let your knees creep a little forward and let your spine and your shins find perpendicular or parallel lines. And squeeze your butt, come all the way up to standing. Reach up and curl down. Hands flat, knees as bent as they need to be. Hands flat, look forward. Lift the heels and step back. Plank position. Either knees to the floor or legs straight and come down to your bellies. Pointing the toes, stretch your arms. And slide your elbows in, pull into a back bend. And down. Hands next to ribs, push up and back to down dog. So we're going to come through our circular sequence once more. And I might add on a side plank, but you don't have to do it. So from down dog, float your left leg up, squeezing your butt, and then bring the knee into your chest and step the foot forward. Right heel to the floor, right hand to the sky, the left hand stays down, the left sit bone tucks in. Hover your hand, let your legs do the work, pause. Float up, warrior two, pause. Reverse your warrior. Reach in all directions, squeeze your butt. And then straighten the spine, straighten the leg. Roll your left thigh out, tilt on the hips. Triangle pose. And then rolling out to the right, turning on your toes. Right hand down, left hand circles up and over. Right hand to the sky. And keep turning to your right, toes point to the right, back heel lift. You're in your high lunge, or your lunge with a twist. Now you can either continue to a high lunge, or you might like to practice your balance with a side plank. And if you're in high lunge, bring your hands down. If you're in side plank, hands down and come down to your bellies. Pointing your toes, lifting your hands, unsupported cobra. And lower down. Pushing up and back to down dog. So our return journey. Floating your right leg up, bring the knee into your chest and step the foot forward. Left heel to floor, left hand to sky, and the right sit bone tucks in. Hover your hand and pause. Feel your legs, feel your butt, and then float up. Balance your head on top of your spine and warrior two. Continue towards the back leg, reversing your warrior. And straighten the front leg, straighten your spine. Rolling your right thigh out and tilting your hips. Triangle pose, unsupported perhaps. And then we roll out to the side, turn your toes to the left, left hand down. Right hand circles up and over. Right hand down, left hand to sky. And then turn your toes to the left. Bring your right hand next to left foot. And you're in your lunge with a twist. Either continue to your high lunge, lifting both hands to the sky, or stepping yourself into a side plank. Either way, you're balancing. And then we're all going to bring our hands down, and we're all going to come down to our bellies. Point the toes, stretch your arms, and slide your elbows in, pulling into a back bend. And slide your hands forward, lower down. Hands next to ribs, push up and back to down dog. From here, lifting your heels up high, bending your knees, walk, step, or float to the top. Keep your hands flat, look forward, and curl in. Keep your heels on the floor, sit your butt as low as it goes, and then growing into a chair pose. So spine and shins parallel. The more you let your knees creep a little forward to allow your spine and shins to get parallel, the more you'll take the pressure off your kneecaps. So you want even weight, you want the weight to bounce right from the top of your head down into the middle of your feet. Then squeeze your butt, push up like a rocket taking off, and curl down. Hands flat, head to knee. Looking forward, hands flat, heels lift, and stepping back. High plank, come down to your bellies. Point the toes back, stretch your hands forward, and slide your elbows in, pulling into your back bend. And slide your hands forward, lower down. Hands next to ribs, push up and back to down dog. Good. So now we're going to lift our right leg up first. Squeezing your butt. Lift up onto your left tip toes and step your right foot halfway forward. So not all the way. Turn your left heel to the mat, squeeze your bum, and take your hands up towards the sky. So it's a really short pose. It's warrior one, but a very humble one. Hips face forward. And from here, we're going to do a little bit of swimming. So circle your right arm back, and then your left, as you straighten the front leg, And reaching your right hand down, left hand up. And you're going to swim your arms forward. As you bend into the front knee, reach your right arm forward and your left arm back, lift onto the left tiptoes. And again, swim backwards as you straighten the front leg. Right arm down, left arm up. And swim forward, bending the front knee, lifting the back leg, right arm forward, left arm back. An uneven warrior three. And then landing your foot, swing backwards, straightening the front leg, right arm back, left arm up, and then lifting up. Lift your left heel and turn to your right and bend forward. Good, keeping your thighs crossed, bring your feet in quite close together so you feel more balanced and your feet are flat on the floor. And then keeping your fingers on the mat, inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, reach forward, like you're sticking your neck out. Inhaling chin to chest, and exhaling the top of your head towards the floor. Leaving your right hand down, peeling your left arm up towards the sky, and down. Right arm up, and down. Good. Fingers to the floor, inhale, look forward. And exhaling, stick your neck out, get your spine and your neck long. Now staying on your fingertips, sink down into your feet. And then sweep your back leg, the left leg out to the side. And then step it across. Sink down. And again, stretch your back leg out to the side to hip height if you can. And then step the foot across. Sink down and roll up. Take your hands to the sky. And bring your hands to the hips. So now we're going to unturn. Right toes point forward. Knee bends. And come onto your tiptoes. It's like a tiptoe warrior two. So, front leg is nice and strong. Back toes are pointing and your hips are open to the left side. Left hand onto the left thigh. And as you slide your left toes in, begin to push your left leg up against the hand. Unsupported warrior pose. You might like to stay here or add on challenge for the balance by reaching your right arm forward. Keep the spine upright and your belly, ribs, and chest facing to the left. From here, turn your balance to the top of the mat, hug your knee into your chest without holding the knee. And then press the left leg out behind you as you sink down into your standing leg, fingers to floor. Can you bring your leg in line with your hips and your shoulders? Leave your right fingers down, left fingers to the hip. And slowly peel your left hip open. And take your left hand to the sky, half moon pose. And then bring your hands down to the floor, stepping back to your downward facing dog. And just noticing your state of balance. Do you notice the right side more, the left side more? How does the different sides of your body feel different after just having done the sequence to one side? Second side. So, squeeze your butt, float your left leg up. And then you're bringing the knee into your chest. And you're going to step the foot halfway forward. Right heel to the mat, front knee bends, take your hands to the sky, warrior one. So this is our swimming sequence. And we start by swimming backwards, straightening the front leg, left hand down, right hand up. And then we swim forward, letting the front knee bend, lifting onto the back tiptoes, left arm forward, right arm back. And swimming backwards, straightening the front leg, left arm down, right arm up, squeeze your butt, and we swim forward. Maybe this is your time to balance. Lifting the back leg, right hand back, left hand forward, asymmetrical warrior three. And then landing the back foot, swimming backwards. Right hand up, left hand back, and then lifting up. Arms out to the side. Lift your right heel and turn on your toes so you're facing the left. Roll down, fingers to floor. So remember, bring your feet in quite close so that your thighs are crossing and your knees can soften. Fingers on the floor, inhale, look forward. Exhaling, stick your neck out. Get long. Then inhale, chin to chest, and exhale, crown the head towards the floor. Leaving your left fingers down, pull your right fingers all the way up, and then curl down. Right hand down, inhaling, left hand all the way up, and extend. And all the way down, hand to the mat, head to knee. Fingers on the floor, inhale, look forward, and exhale, project forward, stick your neck out. And we sink down, stand on the front leg, and sweep your back leg out to hip height. Step the foot in front, sink down, and sweep your back leg out to hip height. And step it in front, sink down, and curl up. Then bring your hands to the hips. And slowly unturn to the top of the mat, letting your left toes point forward and your right toes back. You're on the tiptoes and your hips are open to the side, bending into the front leg and sliding your right hand down the leg. So you might stay here, and this might already feel challenging, or begin to press your leg up against the hand so you keep your spine as upright as possible. And then maybe you extend your left hand forward. Keep pressing the leg and the hand against each other. And then we turn our balance to the top of the mat. Bring the knee into the chest without touching the floor. If you can, hug the air around the knee, bend into your standing leg. And then pressing your right foot straight out behind you. Bend a lot into your standing leg. It's like a standing leg warrior 3. Left hand down, right hand to the hip bone. And then let your fingers come to the inside of the hip bone and let your fingers lift the hip up and open. Maybe you take your right hand to the sky for your full half moon pose. And then from here, bring your hands down to the floor, stepping back to your downward facing dog. And just pausing, all 4 paws on the mat, noticing how you feel, left side versus right side. Pressing down through the heels, pressing down through the knuckles of your fingers, pulling your hips away from your hands, and then lifting your heels up high, rolling forward to your plank. Bring your knees to the mat and come down to your bellies. Point to the toes, stretch your hands forward. As we slide the elbows in, lifting into your Sphinx pose, squeezing your butt. And come down. Hands next to ribs, and then push up. Sitting back onto your heels, extended child's pose. And pausing for a moment here. Noticing perhaps the balance of your breath, the in-breath and the out-breath. And then walking your hands in as you sit up. And then we're back on our heels. Ankle bones hugging together. Bring your hands next to your shins, and then sink down so your elbows can really bend. You're trying to scissor your hands together. So as you scissor your hands together, and then sliding your hands forward, lift your knees towards your chest. And down. 2 more times. Slide the hands in, push the hands forward, lift the knees to your chest. Maybe your feet get lighter, and down. A little bit of an arm balance. And again, push in, lift up, and down. And then coming on to hands and knees. Bring your hands to your elbows, or your hands to your shoulders and your elbows to the floor. Back of the hands to the mat, and then lift the spine away from the mat. Interlacing the fingers, tuck your little finger, the bottom little finger in, and exposing the outer edge of your wrist. Tuck the toes, lift your hips, dolphin pose. Now you might stay here, and this might already feel very challenging, or lift your heels even higher, take a step closer, and lower your heels. Keep pushing the floor away. Lift your heels high, take a step closer. The right leg floats up and down. The left leg up and down. Bring your knees to the floor. Point the toes and rest your head on your hands. Child's pose again. Noticing the balance of breath. Or perhaps it's a little faster. Maybe there's more in-breath than out-breath. Maybe there's more out-breath than in. Just noticing. And sitting up. Sitting back onto your bottom. And from here, hold on to the back of your knees and sitting back for boat pose. So remember our hands at the beginning of class? We're going to interlace our hands. You can leave your feet on the floor or you can take your feet off the mat. Now our hands are trying to come apart, but we don't let them. So inhaling your hands out to the right, look to the left, and exhale, twist a bit deeper. And then inhaling back through center. And exhale, twist. Inhale back through center. One more time to each side. Keep your arms straight, hands trying to come apart. And one more time. And twist. Come back to center, cross your ankles. Now bring your hands to the floor. This time, bring your knees in toward your chest. Hands to the mat. And then you're going to try and push your butt off the floor. And it looks like I've got a tail. And then come down. Boat pose, second time. This time the palms stay together. Fingers tap the floor. Then inhaling up. And across. How far can you twist? Can you keep your fingers on the floor, arms straight? One more time across to the right. And twist a little bit deeper. And one more time up. And across to the left and twist. And come back to center. Cross your other ankle in front. Can't remember which one. Knee into your chest, hands to the floor. And again, scissor your hands together, lift your butt up. And lower down. Good. Rest your hands, feet on the floor. Or try another gentle balance. See if you can balance on your butt, arms around your leg, head on the knees. So sometimes noticing how sometimes balance requires a lot of effort and sometimes there's a lot more ease. And when we find that sweet spot of balance, there is a wonderful balance of effort and ease. And then releasing and sitting up. Now, almost finished. We'll just finish with one last short circular floor sequence. So the left leg out and the right knee bent. We're going to start with the left hand on the outside of the leg, pushing the leg out against the hand. And then the right leg, arm circles up and over. So our revolved Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. And then we're going to circle out to the right, hands either side of the knee. And it's a little short, twisted, curling push-up. And slide your right hand out behind you, roll onto the right shin, and lift your butt up, lift up and back. And then sitting your bum back down. And a little twisted push-up. And then you're going to slide around. This time bring your left hand to the inside of the right leg. Push the two together. Circle your right arm up and over. Now a big fluid movement. Out to the side. Right arm behind you. Squeeze your butt. Lift your hips up high. Reaching up. And then sitting your butt back down. Circling wide. Coming forward. And crossing your wrists as you hold onto either your feet or your leg in a seated forward fold. With the right hand to the outside of your left leg, just encouraging a little bit more twist. And then releasing your hand and sitting up. Good. And from here, we'll swap sides. So, the right leg out and the left leg bent. And we start with the right hand to the outside of the right leg and circle your arm up and over. And then rolling out to the side, hands either side of the knee, and a little push up. Sitting up, reaching back, left hand back, squeeze your butt, lift your hips up high. And then sitting your bum back down. Hands either side of the knee, little push up, curl. And then rolling out towards your right leg, arm to the inside. Good. So now it's our fluid round. Circling out wide. Left hand behind you, lift onto your shin, lift your butt, squeeze your bum, reaching up and over, sitting your bum down, circling out to the side, and then letting your wrists cross as you hold on to your foot or your leg. And then from here, gently release your hands, sitting yourself up. And from here, lying all the way down onto your backs. You can bring your knees into your chest for a last little cuddle. Maybe rocking a little from side to side. Maybe bring your head into your knees. And then from here, lying all the way down and stretch your legs out. Before you let go completely, lift your head and look down at your leg, making sure that your legs are evenly spaced from the midline of your body. You don't have one leg further out than the other. And then lying your head back down, resting on the back of your skull, and closing your eyes. And notice how there's a total sense of ease in this posture. Your body doesn't have to do anything to keep you upright. You can't fall, the floor has you. So you can let go. Whenever you're ready, gently rolling onto your side. And from your side, you use your hands to press you up so you don't disturb yourself. And then resting the right hand once more on top of the left. The tips of the thumbs touch. Pausing for a moment in a comfortable seated position. And to finish, bringing your palms together, letting the thumbs rest against the midline of your body, where the right side meets the left side. Connecting to the front and the back of your body, the top and the bottom, the inside and the outside. And notice, or knowing that balance is always with you. We've just cloud our vision, and we let our lifestyles get in the way. But balance is always inside. The body's natural state is balance. And your practice of yoga will help you find your way back. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.